Hello and welcome back to this edition of Daily Actives brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I'm Dustin, and this is the episode where United Steel is going to get bought, which I didn't expect, but you can look at this price chart, look at this candle of today and say something could happen because the stock price jumped significantly. It opened at $28. It closed at $31.08. We went from being down, and this is when the blue lettering with the white background, that is 3 standard deviations below the 23-day average. Then you see it flip to red lettering with the white background. That's 3 standard deviations above. This is very rare, boys and girls. And I say that because you don't normally see things go from the one end of its probabilistic range to the very other end. And we're actually going to look at the range really quickly because I want you to understand how ridiculous this is, because that's what I'm talking about. You're at the very bottom of your probabilistic range over the past 23 days. You not only broke it, you smashed it. And that's a remarkable move from a probability standpoint, as well as just that's the randomness of the market. So when we look at X, very long. I don't know what the closing price is going to be. I don't think we should really pay attention to it very much, at least in terms of the price. This may get held up in regulation. I know people end up making a lot of money when things get held up for possibly judicial review or whatever it is. This could be an opportunity from that perspective. When you look at the volume, though, the volume is going to be here in X, and that is great to see if you're going to be trading it long or short. On the 1 day, just across the board, we went positive all the way from 1 day to 6 months. That's freaking awesome. We're going to ignore the signals because we were going short before that. We were bearish before that. So there's a lot more sentiment to come into this stock individually. We're still in a falling bear. We just flipped positive. We went from 36% on the 10-day rolling average of bullishness to 54%, 44% on the 23-day to 52%. That's amazing. We have so much more, even if you just look at that indicator right here. Now, if we look at the trading signals, it hasn't even really registered because today is such a ridiculous move. You do go from having 0 to having 2 positive bull key threes. I'm going to be very positive on X, at least going forward. How are you going to fight this? How are you going to fight that? Tell me what part of this is going to make you short that, unless you believe that they're somehow not going to be able to do this purchase, because I think it's probably another steel company who's going to try to buy them. We look at the chart, $30. Anything in between now and whatever the purchase price is, as long as it gets held up, you're just going to want to probably buy calls. I think that's what Carl Icahn does. I think he did it with Activision and Microsoft, which that obviously worked out very well for the people who are involved, because this is the type of thing that something is going to happen one way or the other. So it really is a 50-50, but obviously you have a better idea in your perspective of what you think the opportunity is going to be, but it's binary. It's yes or no. Is this going to happen or is it not? And the prices will be disclosed. The volume, this is, obviously the largest day of volume that has existed in X in the past 9 months. This thing doesn't break 25 million shares. Can you believe that? If you look, so this is the 1 day currently through the 1 day. So this is actually what would be what is partially going to be the week. It is higher than so much more of the weekly volume just 1 day. That's a remarkable move. The volatility is going to break out, and it's going to fall dramatically. The correlation is going to end up falling with the volatility most likely, because it's either going to go sideways to up. It'll probably come down a little bit. If you look at acquisitions and you look at the type of price behavior in between when they get announced and when they actually get approved, you'll get an idea of what kind of trade this is probably going to be. When I look at the trade range, of course, I'm just going to give it time to catch up. Even the weekly was range bound, but that's a great move. You're probably higher than it's going to. I guess the highest point was, again, back in 2022 in February. That's so long ago. That's over a year and a half ago, right? From where we are right now. So you want to be mindful of this, but it's not going to be your end all be all. The price is going to get announced. It's going to be insignificant what happened back then. Now we look at the ultra fast indicator. Yeah, I just want to be respectful that I like this setup. Even it was starting to get bullish on the. I guess this is today, but it was starting to get bullish on the weekly as well. So you could see that there was something that was happening underneath and sentiment-wise. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you long? Are you short? Do you like it? Do you love it? Is this even a good review? And before you go, subscribe to the New High newsletter. We send you 25 stocks breaking out to new highs and 52-week highs to your inbox every single Sunday for free. I'll talk to you soon.